Guys, what is going on? Welcome to this preview and predictions video for the upcoming WWE Raw exclusive pay-per-view FastLane 2017. This Sunday, FastLane will be emanating live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Bradley Center, March 5th, 2017. I have to say, despite the lackluster go-home episode of Raw, I think on paper, now we'll see how it plays out, but I think on paper, this is a solid card, and I really feel that in order for Raw to regain the momentum that they lost with that just terrible go-home edition of this past week, this needs to be a very good show, or at least a good show to get that momentum going again. There's no excuses for this to not be anything less. We are only 4 weeks away till WrestleMania, so I just want a good pay-per-view on Sunday. Give us some good matches with outcomes that make sense and that lead to the inevitable Road to WrestleMania storylines. And we'll see how that plays out. But this is an important show. And it's one that should deliver. And if it doesn't deliver, then it just continues to highlight the problems that the Raw brand has. But I think on paper, this is a solid card. Several matches I am looking forward to, and we'll see where they go. Without further ado, let's talk about the first match, the pre-show match, Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus the Braun, Kendrick, and Noam Dar. I like the issue that has been going on between the Braun, Kendrick, and Akira Tozawa. It's not been the best, but it's been, solid. At least it's been some type of issue between the cruiserweights you can get behind. I like Tozawa. I like him a lot. And I'm also a fan of Rich Swann. So in this match, I don't see why Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa wouldn't get the win here. So that's who I'm predicting will win the pre-show match. Now let's get into the main card. On the main card itself, we have 7 announced matches. Let's start from the bottom and we will work our way to the top. We have Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax gets the win here. I just think with what they're going to be doing with Sasha Banks as it plays into the fact later on in the night for the Raw Women's Championship, and I'll get into that. I'll save that for my prediction for that match. But I think Nia gets the win here. Continues her path of dominance over the Raw Women's division, and that'll likely lead to her being involved in that Fatal 4-Way match at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's first main roster pay-per-view. I think it goes without saying. Sami Zayn, great opponent for Samoa Joe. I enjoyed their series of matches on NXT. Obviously, they were planning on doing Rollins versus Joe, but I'm okay, with, it was what it was. Rollins went down with the injury. Hopefully, he'll be back for WrestleMania. But I think Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe, they can go out there and they can have a pretty good match themselves, as we've seen in the past. Samoa Joe wins here. I just think that's the obvious outcome for this match. Makes sense to me. And could we possibly see Finn Balor? He's coming back very soon. I'd love to see a Finn Balor Samoa Joe program. Joe, there's a number of different options. I mean, they could have this go to a draw if they want to continue this feud heading into WrestleMania. But I think we're in line for a Samoa Joe Finn Balor feud. So something tells me we might see Finn Balor on the pay-per-view or on Raw the next night. Either way, Balor's coming back very soon. And, possibly Joe could be beating down Sami Zayn after the match, just kicking his ass. And then, boom, lights go out. Demon returns, makes the save on friend Sami Zayn. And we are off to the races for a Finn Balor Samoa Joe feud. Like I said, I think that would be something very good heading into WrestleMania. And I think this will be a very good match as well. Could be match of the night. We'll have to see. We have Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson defending against Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass. I really could not care less about these tag team championship scenes on both shows. I think they're very poor. I don't like the way that Enzo and Big Cass have been booked over the last couple of months. It just has really hurt them and it's cooled them off tremendously. That god-awful feud with Rusev did them no favors. And the way that the club have been booked as well. Once they won the tag team championships, they've been losing matches left and right. I mean, that makes sense. You're champions, so what happens? You lose. So that really makes you look like credible champions. I've really just given up hope on proper booking for the club. I would say Enzo and Cass win here, but I think they'll extend this somehow into WrestleMania. So I say the club retain, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say for both tag team championship scenes. I wish it was better. Neville defending his Cruiserweight Championship versus the gentleman Jack Gallagher. I think this will be a good match. I actually think it could be a very good match if they allow these guys to go out there and do their stuff without limitations being put on it. I like Jack Gallagher. One of my favorite cruiserweights to watch. However, he's not taking that title from Neville. I think he'll give him a good run for the title. A good showing in this match. But I think Neville holds on to that championship, which should be a very good, I just want to say a good cruiserweight match between these two. And I know they have it in them to pull it off. But yeah, Neville, I think, retains. He goes into WrestleMania as champion. Makes sense to continue on. I love heel Neville. I love what they've been doing with him, making the centerfold of the Cruiserweight division, and perhaps seeing him feud against a returning Austin Aries, I think would be the marquee ideal matchup for the Cruiserweight division. Aries coming back soon. So, yeah, I think Neville retains, and then we see a showdown between him and Austin Aries at WrestleMania. So we'll see. We will definitely see. We have Bayley defending her women's championship, Raw Women's Championship, against Charlotte. As you all know, Charlotte remains undefeated in singles matches on pay-per-view. I think that streak continues here. However, as I mentioned before, I predict that Sasha Banks will lose to Nia Jax. So I think Sasha will come out later on in the match. It'll look like she's going to help Bayley, and then boom, the long-rumored heel turn for Sasha Banks happens here. She turns her back on her best friend Bayley and costs Bayley the Raw Women's Championship. Charlotte beats Bayley, and we're off to the races. That sets the stage at WrestleMania for the Fatal 4-Way match, the rumored Fatal 4-Way match for the Raw Women's Championship. So Bayley's going to have a short title reign, which is why I wouldn't have had her beat Charlotte for the title. I would have found a way to save that to WrestleMania or SummerSlam. But it is what it is. But I definitely see Sasha Banks getting involved and making her long-awaited rumored heel turn. We then have Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Now, this is going to be a very interesting match. Finish-wise, it's going to be tough to predict. Because, you know, Braun Strowman, I have to say, he's on a roll. I really love what they've been doing with him. Ever since the draft, he's improved every single day. He keeps getting better and better and better. You put him up against a guy like Roman Reigns, and I know they can go in there and have a good match. I'm not worried about the match at all. It is that finish. The finish is going to be oh so important. Do we see interference from The Undertaker that it leads to some type of fuck finish? It's definitely something that I could see happening. Because I'd hate to say I see Roman Reigns walking out the winner, because I don't think that's the way you need to go. I think actually the right way to go would be to go with the guy that has more momentum. And I have to say right now, the guy that has more momentum, it ain't Roman Reigns. We all know how that experiment's going. It's Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is on a roll right now. And you go with the guy that's on the roll. And I think I would love to see Braun Strowman beat Roman Reigns, not clean, but, okay, you know he's not going to beat him clean, but beat him. I think Braun Strowman needs to beat Roman Reigns. Roman would get really nothing from slaying the monster, and it would hurt Strowman if he would just lose the reins like that. It would be a stupid decision. So I think logically what needs to happen here, what I would like to see is for Braun Strowman to beat Roman Reigns. I'm going to go with that prediction. I know it's probably not going to happen. I know there's going to be some bullshit interference. You know, maybe The Undertaker appears, the gong goes off. We'll see what happens. But I just want to hit down, drag out, pull no punches, just a fight between these two. That's what this needs to be. And it would be nice to see Strowman get the pinfall here. And then finally, our Universal Championship match. It's Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. It's going to be very interesting to see how this match plays out. A lot of different variables. I don't think we'll see Brock Lesnar interfere. It wouldn't make sense for him to interfere because wouldn't he want his match against Goldberg to be for the Universal Championship? I'm still predicting that Goldberg wins the Universal Championship and headlines WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. I'd probably rather see Kevin Owens hold on to that championship, but I know, you know what? The reign he had was kind of shitty. It's the Universal Championship. Whatever. If it's him and Jericho for the U.S. Championship, cool. It'll be fine by me. Perhaps I'm predicting we'll see Jericho somehow return, interfere, cost Owens the match. I mean, maybe Owens will do what Bret Hart did and have a steel plate underneath his shirt, and that'll knock Goldberg out. We'll see. I mean, he said he's smarter than Goldberg, and he said the longer a Goldberg match lasts, the more advantage goes to Kevin Owens. So we'll see how long this match goes. It's certainly going to be interesting to see play out. But I'm still predicting that Goldberg will win the Universal Championship and go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for that title. So on paper, I think this could be a good show. I just want a good show. That's all I want from the Raw brand, to get some momentum. And then give me a good episode of Raw the next night. And boom, there you go. You already got momentum heading into WrestleMania. Key, pivotal show. FastLane needs to deliver. It certainly does. So that is my predictions and preview video for WWE FastLane 2017. Like I said, I will be back up here after the pay-per-view on Sunday night, breaking down and reviewing FastLane with my good friend Mike. It'll be great to have him back up here. So guys, after this video is uploaded, be sure to leave your predictions for FastLane for the matches that we have on Sunday. Be sure to look forward to reading your comments. So thank you for watching this preview and predictions video for FastLane 2017. Remember to click that like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel. And be on the lookout for me for my next video, which will be my live FastLane review. So that is it, guys, for me in this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys Sunday night after FastLane. Take care.